Hello Yu-Gi-Oh players, Speed Duelists, and Yu-Gi-Oh fans. Welcome back to another new Speed Duel product news video. So we actually recently got news, a little bit of the first look at the first leaks of the Speed Duel GX Duel Academy box, which I did very recently, and you guys are super hyped and super excited. And I actually didn't do another video where there's actually another set that is already announced and upcoming afterwards. Now this is really cool because we are right on the official Konami page, and we will show you guys and go through what this set is all about. And actually really happy to actually hear this, because this tells me that Konami is continuing to really care about speed duels and giving new product, and I'm definitely looking forward to it overall. But if you guys haven't seen that other video yet, be sure to check that out right now. Really cool stuff we got to cover here. And for this video, I did want to cover a little bit more. Some of you guys probably know and saw this already, but I want to talk about some of my thoughts, some of my predictions, and cards that potentially are going to be in here, which is going to be really exciting. So let's just go right into it. Once again, I'll leave a link in the description box down below for reference, so you guys can check it out for yourselves as well. But products, that's the first one. Speed Duel GX Midterm Paradox. Now what this really is, they say the product type is a collector set. Now the release date is September 1st, 2022. My only sort of concern is it's 6 months away from the GX Duel Academy box, which is quite a while. And I am hoping for it to come out any sooner, but given where the situation and in the world we currently live in, you know, I would even expect there might be potential delays. But anyways, getting into the good stuff, continuing with the Speed Duel GX series, that looks like what's Konami is going to be doing it moving forward. We're going to be focusing all on GX from now on, which is going to be really cool. And they're introducing basically a smaller set that is pretty much half the size of the Speed Duel GX Duel Academy box. This is going to be a 100 card set with 4 complete decks from the Speed Duel decks that are ready to play, exactly just like what we usually receive. So it's not a booster box, it's not a random set of any kind, it's a set that's very similar to a deck, like a double starter deck if you would put it. And it has a lot of value because I think they did mention that the MSRP is going to be around $15.99, $16, which is really good. And there's 4 decks in there, and it's just fantastic. So what are the 4 decks? Well, first off, we have the iconic characters I do want to talk about, which we have the Paradox Brothers, and the Paradox Brothers will introduce very likely Gate Guardian, because Gate Guardian is their most important card. That's their iconic card, iconic monster for the entire series. Now Gate Guardian is basically a gigantic beat stick. Now with Gate Guardian included, there of course has to be the Sanga of the Thunder, there has to be Kazejin and Suijin as well. All the 3 cards of these 3 guys essentially do the same thing. During damage calculation, your opponent's turn, if this card is being attacked, you can target the attacking monster and make the attack target into 0 essentially, and you can only use it once basically when this card is on face up once essentially. And then you basically combine the 3 of them together, and then you make Gate Guardian right here. That's really what it all is all about with this archetype, but it's going to be very difficult to, you know, pull off this combo, and whether, you know, we'd be asking whether it's going to be worth it. This is why it's really crucial with the skills that come into play, because maybe they might introduce some kind of skill with the Paradox Brothers where you have to pay life points until, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up at the moment, but pay life points until you have 1,000 or 500 left, and then you can actually special summon all 3 of the Sanga, Kazejin, and Suijin from your deck or something like that, and then you can tribute all of them for Gate Guardian if you have it in your hand. Something like that. I'm just making stuff up at the moment, but you know, that'll be really cool to make it a bit more viable, because it's going to be extremely hard to pull off, and nobody's going to play it, but we want people to play these cards. That's the whole point of it. Next we have Bastion Misawa. Bastion Misawa basically introduces a very nice archetype, which is Water Dragon. Now that basically what this basically tells us is that Bastion is not going to be in the core of the Speed Duel GX box set, because if he's getting support already here, it would make more sense that, you know, that they just include it all in one go. And here are my predictions of what's going to be included. The first card will be Water Dragon, and Water Dragon is a really cool archetype and a really cool card, and I always wish there's going to be newer support for this, because it's just such a really cool artwork, especially for for something that's released back in 2005 and 2006. I just really like Water Dragon. He just looks really cool. And who doesn't like him? But, you know, it's very focused gear on countering Pyro specifically. And we did get newer Water Dragon support in Legendary Duelist sets from regular Yu-Gi-Oh sets, and maybe we might get to have those as well, which would be really, really nice, and because I do hope that Water Dragon becomes viable in Speed Duel. So moving on next, we also have Syrus Truesdale right here. Syrus Truesdale, once again, it's another character, so probably tells us that they're not going to be in the main core of the GX Speed Duel box coming up soon. That's sort of the information I'm sort of picking up. Now, what Syrus brings to the table is him and his Vehicoroids. That'll be really cool. A lot of Vehicoroid fans out there for sure. They're basically cute little machine monsters that are based off different vehicles that we have in our current world. You know, examples would be Drillroid, Expressroid, which is the train. We've got Stealthroid, which is, you know, like an airship. And then they all combine together to make Super Vehicoroid Stealth Union. Not sure if this particular card, this fusion one, would be in here or not, but then, you know, it'll be really cool and really nice as we get to see, you know, better cards and cooler cards introduced. I'm personally not a huge fan of the Vehicoroids. I'm not like super interested in that kind of type of stuff, but that's just my take on basically what we can expect. Now, the fourth character, once we have again, is Jaden Yuki once again. So Jaden is 100% confirmed in the Speed Duel GX box set already. So that means we're getting more hero support. While Jaden does have several separate hero sort of archetypes, you know, mainly given that we have his elemental heroes, he has masked heroes, potentially like the newer type of heroes we like to call omni heroes, the ones that can have like the different attributes. And then there's also the Neos heroes and Evil heroes. Now, my prediction is it will be really, really cool for them to introduce Neos heroes and the Neospatians for this set, because it does make kind of sense. I think I remember during the midterm, that's around the time that he sort of got his Neos support cards. Maybe a little bit later than the midterms afterwards, but who knows. I think it would just be a really, really good opportunity to introduce this into the game as well, and a different way to play heroes. So we have Elemental Hero Neos, which is basically Jaden's ace monster, and you have to include him because otherwise it doesn't really make sense to include him in the GX Speed Duel box because you can't really utilize him as much. You know, the Flame Wingman seems to be more of his guy for that set, so I think it makes sense to have Neos basically introduced eventually, and it would make sense to be in this set. So that's just my opinion, but with Neos, there's a lot of cool stuff because I would make this prediction out there, which is I would expect Elemental Hero Air Neos to be reprinted in this set. And this card, if you guys are playing in the regular Yu-Gi-Oh, you guys know that this card is crazy expensive and really, really high on price at the moment, simply because it only has one printing ever in the entire history of Yu-Gi-Oh since 2007 as well. And this card really, really needs a reprint, and we have no idea why Konami hasn't done a reprint yet. But I personally feel that this would be a really good opportunity for it to be reprinted in a new rarity. Whether maybe ultra rare is okay, but this is already ultra rare. There's ultimate rare, but whether if it be a secret rare in Speed Duel rarity, that would be really, really fascinating and really, really cool. What that's gonna be why do I think it's a really good idea is because what it's gonna do is gonna bring attention to regular Yu-Gi-Oh players to potentially buy this product just for the sake of Air Neos, and that'll be really, really cool. Not only that, it will bring up the value of the product, which will be really nice because it will drive much more demand, but also it will also create sort of like a pseudo marketing effect where people, when they buy this product for regular Yu-Gi-Oh players, they'll be like, oh, it's a Speed Duel product, and then, oh, it's got Air Neos inside, I'm getting it because there's Air Neos, and then they'll look at the cards inside as well. I was like, okay, that's cool. And Speed Duel, maybe I will check it out and give this format a try and potentially play it, and then even potentially bring them into the game even more, which would be a really, really, really good opportunity and strategy, which I feel that they should be doing for this set in particular. Now, the last card I do want to talk about is Elemental Hero Brave Neos. Now, this is speculation based on Duel Links. This card is currently in Duel Links, and I think it's a really, really good card because it's a really powerful card that which Neos needs, essentially. To make it more viable and playable in Speed Duel. Neos itself is just not that great, it's just a vanilla, but with Brave Neos, it makes it much, much, much better. This card has proven and shown in Duel Links that it's very, very powerful and it's very, very good. So good that I think they actually put it on a limited or forbidden list recently. on Duel Links. But I think, you know, this card can come into Speed Duels, and I think it should, because it will be a really nice reprint. Not only that, it will be a very good new introduction for a better viable strategy for Neos, which I would really love to see. So that basically rounds up for all the information we got. Once again, like I mentioned, there's 100 common cards, there's 12 skill cards, potentially new. 4 of the 12 will be secret rares, and then there will be also like a paper play deluxe game mat, which I presume it will be assumed, which is basically a paper play mat inside that box. You know, the box probably half the size once again of Speed Duel GX box, but also double the size of a starter deck. Or structure deck, which would be really cool. So that basically rounds up for the video for today, guys. If you guys have any comments, share your thoughts down below if you guys are just as excited. What do you guys think? What cards do you want to see in this deck for these upcoming characters? If you guys haven't yet, be sure to like the video. Also subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel content on the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day, great night, wherever you are. See you in the next video, and this is AVAULT signing out.